let's talk about some signs that you want to see when you're texting a woman. These are going to be signs that will basically tell you things are going good for you right now. And a cautionary tale here is that if you've seen these signs before, a lot of guys' natural reaction is to panic and think they're doing something wrong. So then they change up their game plan, and what was actually working now is working against them because they're doing the opposite of what was working. And now what was working no longer works. So these are some things that are important to understand. There's some counterintuitive beliefs, and let's get into it. Here's just the opening screenshot here from this girl named Alicia. And before that, doesn't really matter, except that basically things start to get boring for me. I get bored of texting. So usually something like this will happen in my conversation. I want you to understand that this is okay and actually a good thing if this happens to you. So here's her talking. She says, no, not really, unless you're a big fan of them. We're still working on that. I see a specialist on Monday, but they diagnosed me with hypo whatever. I don't make enough potassium is what they think. What did you do tonight? So she was explaining something about some medical thing that happened to her. And the reason I highlighted this moment right here is because these are the type of things where I'm bored. I don't like to constantly talk to a girl when I'm texting. And it's not good to get to know a woman over texting. So again, here's one of the things that you may have heard before, right? If you're meeting a girl online, you got to make her feel comfortable with you so she'll want to meet up with you. Most guys mistake that comfort for meaning you have to exchange a bunch of information and get to know each other over the phone to make her feel like she's comfortable and that she knows you. Wrong. There's always a better way. What the comfort women are looking for when they meet someone online is they're looking for that comfort of, is this guy going to be cool? Is this guy going to be socially aware so that I don't have to worry about this guy texting me all the time, never leaving me alone, and then becoming some crazy stalker? She wants to know that the guy that she's going to potentially meet up with is not some desperate, needy loser or some psychotic killer. So that is the comfort, guys, that we're looking for with women, is for them to see you as not needy. That is it. That's your big goal. And then because I have that for the 8:55 p.m., a rule of thumb I like to use is that I have no reason to text a woman back after 9 p.m. at night. Why? Well, because I could be busy, I could be sleeping, I could be with other women, I could be out with friends. It doesn't matter. It's none of her business, but I'll let her mind wonder. What's he up to? Why is he not, answering his phone at this late at night? So 8:55, I was bored anyway, so I was just like, And in my head, I was just like, yeah, I'll reply later, maybe, but I just forgot about it. And this is, again, what a lot of women on the other side of things, how they play the game. They see guys texting them a bunch, and they're just like, maybe I'll reply later, and they forget about it because they're disengaged. They're no longer excited because the mystery's gone. Now, is a quick little pause here. I like to bring this part back up. Hypergamy is that a woman wants the highest status man that she can attain to protect and provide for herself and her children, past or future. Our game, guys, is we want to understand this about a woman's hypergamy, and then we want to play into that to make her hypergamy want us. In today's day and age, in the year 2022, women have tons of online matches. They have tons of, simps in their direct messages from meeting people online. So they have a lot of guys coming after them. That means that their hypergamy, that innate hypergamy in a woman, is constantly on edge, waiting to get rid of guys because she wants to find the highest status man. It's like a fight against time for her. She has so many options coming in at her. This is a different life. This is women. Us men are different, right? Women have so much options coming in at them they're inundated with them, that their hypergamy is basically quickly selecting out guys that she deems is too low of status for her. Well, what is one of those ways that she deems it? If a woman believes that she can get you, that means that she believes that you would say yes to be her boyfriend if she asked. You would say yes to hang out no matter what if she asked, right? If she knows that she has you wrapped around her finger, then think about this. Inside of her mind goes, this guy right here I'm talking to, I have wrapped around my finger. That means I can attain him. I'm sure of that. He's all into me. Well, think of hypergamy. Once a woman knows that she can attain you, then that makes her go, oh, shoot. Remember, my only job is to attain the highest status man that I'm able to. Well, if I can already attain this guy in front of me and I know that, then I better keep looking to get higher status. See how that works? Well, some guys then go, well, is it a never-ending game you can never win? Well, here's how you win, is you have to have her hypergamy never thinking she has you, always chasing, always wondering what you're up to. If her hypergamy never knows, I can attain this guy, I can attain Adam, then her hypergamy is never going, okay, I have this guy, now I move on. Her hypergamy is just going, I need to get this guy. Why can't I get him? Why doesn't he, want to hang out with me like every other guy wants to? That is how you have that. That's the only way that you can successfully play this game well, where a woman actually naturally is attracted to you and respects you as a man in this day and age, because so many simps and betamon men have blown it for us by being super needy, desperate, and paying for, bathwater, paying, to buy some girls bottled up farts, all these crazy things. That has created this entitled mindset for most women. So you have to be really on point with this in order to keep a woman attracted and playing for your attention. Now, right here, right? So I already said I kind of got bored. That means that I just didn't reply. I forgot to, and then guess what happened? So this was, I think it was Friday maybe or Thursday when she asked that. So it was a day or 2 days before, and I didn't respond. I forgot to. I was bored of the conversation. I was just like, I have no reason to respond, and then I forgot, and I did my own thing, whatever. So I get a third text in a row from this girl, and it's just a little Disney GIF from Frozen with a little knock knock saying, are you there? She's wondering about me. She's going, are you still there? Why didn't you reply? I thought we had something going. Did I lose you? What's going on? I don't know what's happening anymore. Well, think again. Hypergamy. Does she think that she has me? Am I wrapped around her finger at this point? No. So her hypergamy is still engaged. She's going to be wanting to chase, and I'm replying slower than her. I'm taking my time. What does that insinuate? That I'm a busy guy. My time's in demand. That also raises my status. So her hypergamy is working for me, and my status is going up all throughout texting. All right, now when I saw that, guys, I wanted to throw her a bone, right? I threw her a little bone. I saw that, and I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot to reply. That's just my natural reaction to it. I replied 7 minutes later. When I pull up my phone and I saw this, and I was like, oh, shoot, my bad. I said, hey, sorry, I had a family gathering with my aunts and uncles and cousins. What are you doing? And that was true. Replying with something like that, okay, that's also, in a sense, a high status response, because women have a multitude of things that they're looking for in a man. If a woman is attracted to you and sees you as high value, then at that point, another huge aspect would be if she's like, well, this guy's a family man, or he could be a family man, because now she might get this, she's attracted to you, and then she also has that long-term, could this guy be a family man type of attitude. I know these are really little things, guys, but the more you understand this, it will help you craft your own responses with women. An example of a response that is not going to really raise your status, if she asks what you're up to, and you say, oh, I'm playing video games. Been playing for 12 hours today. Again, video games, you might be cool with it. I love video games, guys. I have fun with that. But to a woman, she sees that as pointless. She doesn't see that as a guy that's raising his status. He's not financially improving his situation. He's not relationship-wise improving his situation, right? To women, a lot of times video games are almost they deduct points in a sense. When you're framing your responses, this is what you want to think about. So I was here with a family gathering. I say that, and then she says, that sounds fun. Yeah, that's okay. Don't text me then. I'm not used to not getting texted back to. You should feel special. I prioritize your texts. This is another one that is a good sign. And this is where a lot of guys, if they get to this point, will mess it up afterwards. Because I used to do the same thing. So let's break this down a little bit. So first off, she's saying, that sounds fun. She's like, oh, good. You're with your family. Now when she says, yeah, that's okay, don't text me then, she's basically trying to play the cool girl approach. She's trying to be like, oh, you're with your family. You don't need to text me. You don't need to prioritize me. Go have fun with your family. That's the cool girl approach. She's trying to be like, hey, yeah, you do have fun being with your family. But you know what she's doing, guys? She's expecting me to be like, oh, it's okay though. I really want to talk to you. That's what she's expecting me to respond like when she sends a text like this. But just know she's trying to come off as a cool girl. And then she says, I'm not used to not getting texted back to. You should feel special. I prioritize your text with a wink face. This is why it's so important, guys. Remember, a girl's hypergamy. She's not used to men that she has to work for. She's used to men coming after her and her having to, her hypergamy getting bored, and then her just being like, oh, hey, sorry, I just see you as a friend. That's what she's used to. That's why most guys don't get to this point with women where the women are saying stuff like, are you there? Let's go back to this one real quick. That are you there gift, that's great because she's missing you. She's wanting to hear from you. Again, most guys see that and they go, oh, I'm blowing it. Or they talk to their friends and their friends are like, dude, you got to text her back. She's obviously interested. If you don't text her back, she's going to lose interest. And so most guys then overdo it the other way, and they're basically in their mind like, okay, I'm going to be better now. I'm going to reply quicker so she doesn't get mad at me. No. If what you're doing is working, keep doing what's working. So, right, she wants you, and then she says something like this. Yeah, that's okay. Don't text me then. I'm not used to not getting texted back to. And she's expecting me to say something like, oh, that's really cool. You're a cool girl. Thank you. Or she's expecting me to say something like, oh, no, it's okay. I can still chat. How's your day? She's expecting something like that. Well, again, when a girl gives me permission to be more lazy, I'm just like, heck yes. I don't have to reply for a long time. This is great. So that was Saturday. Sunday comes around, nothing. And then Monday, she's like, hey, how was your weekend? She's coming back in. That, guys, is what you want. You want women to be constantly chasing. You want her to be constantly intrigued, constantly curious about you. As a quick recap, when a woman is mad at you for replying slow, she's mad at you for not replying as quick as she wants. She's mad at you for feeling like she doesn't know you because you're not revealing enough information to her, right? When she's mad at you, all you got to translate that in your brain is she's frustrated that she doesn't know where you stand. Translate that, right? She says she's mad at you. What she really is she's frustrated that she can't figure out where you stand. Now, when you understand that when a woman doesn't know where you stand, she's unclear about where you stand, that's attractive because her hypergamy is still going, wait, this guy, I don't know if I can attain him yet. So now she's going, all right, this guy, I'm interested. I don't know if I can attain him yet. So now that's where her mind is focused on. she wants to attain you, versus the guy that she knows where he stands. She puts that guy on the back burner and his replies every few hours or every couple days, or she says, hey, sorry, I was really busy. She plays basically how I did it to this girl. That's how most girls do it to most guys, because her hypergamy is not engaged. All right, guys, so there you go. Just remember, always think about that mirror texting. Always reply slower than she's replying to you. Give less energy, less effort in your text, and that will keep you is that guy that she can't quite get. What does that do? That keeps her hypergamy inside of her. It's inside every woman. That keeps her hypergamy engaged and set on trying to get you. Where hypergamy usually works against most men is, right, once a guy tells a girl how much he's into her, her hypergamy is like, the game's kind of over, and now her eyes start scanning, looking for a higher status man that she's not yet able to obtain. That's part of the game for her. So where that hypergamy works against you in that sense, if you understand this about hypergamy, all you got to do is continue being mysterious and unclear, and that hypergamy will start to work in your favor, because that girl will go, all of these other guys, I know where they stand, but I don't know where he stands. And then her mind will be consumed trying to figure out where you stand. She'll start to do stuff to try to get a reaction or a rise out of you, just like this girl did to me. Let me pull it up one last time here. It's, how about this one? Stuff like this, right? Throwing that GIF at me. Are you there? That's the type of stuff that women will do when they're curious. It's like they're putting out their little fishing pole going, hey, why don't you like me yet? And they're trying to figure it out. And then once you take their bait, though, and you're like, oh, yeah, I really like you, I'm so sorry, and you start to become more needy, then she's like, oh, okay, I figured it out. Yeah, he does want me. And then her hypergamy goes, move on to the next guy. So it's really important, guys, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, because I know I cover this in different videos, and maybe you haven't seen those, quite those videos yet, just comment below this video, ask a question. I'll get in here and try to clarify for you. All right, take care, guys.